Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here, Queens boys and girls. Welcome to this, another brand new day. Yes, another brand new day filled with events, because events occur. I mean, even if they're minor events that we would never even notice, they're still happening all the time. So yeah, your life is filled with events. It's just that, 99% of them are dull, mundane, boring, and uneventful. Uneventful events. Language. Anyway, though, for the Shelton, Washington weather plague rat and spider report, for the weather, yesterday it sprinkled on and off and on and off, sometimes raining, sometimes not, and then it got sunny for a while, and then I decided to go out walkies, because I had to go walkies, once again, needed to go buy some stuff to eat, some stuff to drink. So, headed out. It was sunny. The sky was half blue. There were dark gray clouds, yeah, but not much. Halfway through my walk, because I had to end up to Shelton, but I'm still wandering, to the Safeway, but I'm still wandering all over town because I want to get my exercise in. The sky has gone entirely gray, and by the time I get into the Safeway, it's starting to actually rain. So when I left, well, I had to buy another travel umbrella because it was raining that hard. Luckily, they're cheap. It's not a powered one. You have to press the switches and then pull it all open, stretch it out, and then hold it up. So it's not even a very long thing. It's just a small travel thing in case of emergencies. Luckily, it was inexpensive as well as being cheap. Thumbs up for that. Plague rat report, well, people are still being people. If you find people wearing masks, you're lucky if you find people wearing them properly. I mean, yay. Life in the USA. And then, of course, on the spider report, I forgot to check over there, but the little garden spider in her, she's not little, altogether with, body and legs, she's maybe that big. A dime, maybe a penny. Her legs would stretch out as big as a penny with her body in the middle. So she's not big, she's not tiny. She's just a garden spider. But she's doing well. And there are some other little longer legs, tiny body ones that are like, there's one up in that corner, there's some up in the other corners. And there's spiders, so it's good. Definitely a thumbs up. Again, my window is open 24/7, 365. Cold weather, hot weather, it's open because I've got a kitty cat, and right now she's sitting in the window. So she goes in and out through the window. So I keep it open. Yay. Plus, I need the fresh air. Stale air just makes me feel ill. Ugh. So definitely a thumbs up on that. Now, I do not have a lot of things to talk about, just some things to talk about. Like, I really like making my thumbnails now using Google's Deep Dream Generator. It's got like there's Deep Dream, but then there's also where they don't call it a dream, and I can't remember what the terms they use for it, but there's like deep skin and thin skin. And when you use a skin to go over it and do it instead of using it as a deep dream, you use another picture as a template. And then it uses that picture and models and moves around your picture. So if you take a look at that purple thumbnail that I had that looks really weird, you can see it's me holding my hand out like this and doing something else. But it's so dark, it's so purple, you have to really look to notice, because otherwise it just looks like visual noise, chaos. So I don't want to quite do that one again, but I didn't have a whole lot of time, so I just went with it, and it's interesting. Thumbs up, but I'm going to use more of the things that come with it instead of using custom pictures, because just a little bit too outre there. Still though, thumbs up. It's entertaining, it's fun. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. And let's see, I don't really have a whole lot because it's Saturday. One of the things that I was looking at on Facebook this morning, there was a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh my God, when I can't remember names. And, you know, it's a current Jamie Lee Curtis with, you know, gray hair and all that. And she was standing on the porch of a building with Michael Myers behind her in the doorway. And the caption underneath it was, you know, she came here to eat Activia and beat ass. And she's already had Activia. And I was like, damn straight. I am not one of those people, in case you may have noticed, where gender roles, I think, need to be held. It's like if I want to watch a movie that has a guy doing a more tender role, then I want to watch a movie with a guy doing a more tender role. If I want to watch a movie where you've got someone who society calls the traditional, you know, homemaker, but she's going out and kicking ass because, damn it, that's what you have to do sometimes, then I want to watch that. And so those Halloween movies, I mean, sure, she starts off, it's a typical slasher thing, but then later on, yeah, she's damaged, but damn it, she's taking the fight. It's like, that. I love that stuff. I'm not one of those, and I talk about these types of things a lot because everything is politics. I like to have a variety of people and situations and everything when I'm given my media. I'm not one of these whining gamer entitled types who, if the character isn't a straight white male, I start whining about, you know, gender politics and how things are being ruined by forced diversity. I like stuff like that. That's awesome. Give me different experiences. Don't just give me the same damn thing all the time. I don't want just a straight white male. Screw that. I want to see other things. Give me things that push the envelope. Right down the middle is just comfort food, and comfort food is not good for you. You need to push the envelope of things all the time. You need to stray out of your comfort zone. If you are in the same comfort zone that you were in 10 years ago, you have failed as a person. You need to be growing. You need to be changing. If you're not growing and not changing, that's not a personality characteristic that's good. So yeah, I like things that push. I like things that are non-culture specific. I mean, sure, maybe I'm working on memory for this one, but one of my favorite movies from the past was, you know, To Wong Fu with Love, Julie Newmar, and it had like John Leguizamo, Patrick Swayze, and oh god, I can't remember the name of he's the fellow that played, I can't even remember the name of the vampire. Blade, didn't it? Not, I can't remember the name of the black guy. That is, but he's in the movie too. But they're playing a bunch of, I cannot remember exactly if they're just cross-dressers or if they're actually gay or they're anything like that. But it is a very empowering story of these three men, you know, physically men. This was like back in the 80s or something. But they were cross-dressing and going off to this thing, and it wasn't played for laughs. It was played for real. And it was a good damn movie. Now, again, I've got a lot of memory and bad stuff that may have been there because, you know, even the best stuff from those times were problematic. So it was the times. You can't blame, I mean, you can blame things, but you can't excuse things. You can give reasons, and reasons are different than excuses, because excuses say, you know, look at this is why, so you can't blame me. Reasons say, well, this is why you can blame me, and this is why we are here where we are. So reasons are fine. Excuses, they don't help. I've just been rambling. Thank you very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. Now, what else do I have here on my list? Actually, nothing at all. Except for, there's just two things. One thing I watched this morning. There's this one fellow from Florida. He's called Beau of the Fifth Column. He's not on the right, and he's way on the left, but he's not really a Democrat. And he worked security and works with other people who do security. And when I say security, I don't mean security, like in a mall. I mean the kind of people that they take long range and short range weapons and they go into hot zones. And when they come out, they've got more tallies on their I killed these many people list. So they're the people that go into the stuff that he has worked with and stays in contact with. And he was talking about how, boy, things are getting rough here. I mean, things are a nightmare right now in the United States. And I can't remember the name of the state. I don't know. It's a southern-ish state, but the GOP person is not targeting wealthy people, is not targeting educated people now. But they're so desperate for money that she is targeting very poor people, saying, I know you may have trouble contributing $1. You might not even be able to give $5. But if you skip a meal and don't eat, send that money to me. So it's like, yeah, right now in the United States, the GOP is openly telling people that cannot afford even to eat to not eat more so that they can get power. Because unfortunately, right now in the United States, it's at least on the right, not so much better on the you can't call them the left. Things are so crazy in the United States. There is the far, far right, and then there is the not so far right, which is the Democrats. Joy. I hate talking politics, because once again, politics is everything. If you're one of those people that whines and says you don't want politics in your games or your movies, you're making a political statement. Everything is politics. Just relating with people is politics. But even if you go with a more tighter definition of what politics is, even comic books have been nothing but politics from the beginning, with the big person that they all look up to, Stan Lee of Marvel Comics, who made a point all the way through his writing career in his editorials, where he explicitly said it, wrote it out, just saying, this stuff is political. Racism is bad. These things are bad. And I am going to tell you why and how. It's always been political. But of course, there's that narrative. And you have to push the narrative. So, thumbs up on that. The last thing I sort of want to talk about is back to my cosmic horror things. I have been mentioning them a bit about, things like how, well, a bit. Things like how they're neurotic and all that, and they're really actually more broken individuals than not. The thing too is, with the way that they live and such, there is no need for them to be creative, to make things last, because they know from their perspective that nothing does last. Because the infinite city that they can go to, where Amaterasu is disconnected from the time stream of the main multiverse. You can leave a multiverse, spend what is effectively for you 5 minutes in the infinite city, and when you come back, 1,000 universes may have sprung up, matured, then withered and died during that time. Nothing is the same when you come back. And they live on such a time scale that when they are in a universe doing something, when they're inside it, they can watch the galaxies moving through space and the stars are just whipping around. Everything is transitory. Nothing is permanent. Why create? Why make? Nothing's going to last. The only thing that lasts is the infinite city, and none of them are curious enough to do any sort of inspection of the city. They don't care who made it. They don't care where the people went. Why? So they preserve some things sometimes, and I'll have to talk about that more. But right now, yeah, they don't create because there's no need. Everything is transitory except for the infinite city, and they don't care. Thumbs up for that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now, just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. Bloody heart, my A-track keeps skipping beats lately. Again, thumbs up for that. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, well, I'm lucky I'm a suddenly parental tongue syndrome. I'm lucky I can remember anything at all. Russian timing. I love those Sigma team games. They are so awesome. Denial, thumbs up and thank you. We have _Z Chris _ thumbs up. Then we have Sean Kahulahans. I hope I'm close, thank you. Ice Demon. Oh, I bet they are. Kathy Kitscad. Oh, back injuries suck. They do. Arthur Davis, thumbs up. Sort of. Fergus, greatly appreciated. Christopher Thomas, thumbs up and thank you. Nicholas Fuentes, good to see you. I hope it's good for you. Travis W, greatly appreciated for the info. G13 SFG SFV OG, thumbs up and thank you. Kyle McDonald, appreciated. Skittle the abhorrent, I like that. It sounds so nice at the beginning and the abhorrent. Ooh, I like that. Chris, greatly appreciated. We have Ann Clemente, thumbs up. Zombie Wolf, greatly appreciated. There is Kool-Aid, thumbs up and thank you. Julia Roos, thumbs up. There's Andrew Muchiri, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisenauer, good to see you. And Fat Boy, I like the name. Philatron 128, greatly appreciated. Then we have Bat, thumbs up. And then last but not least, Indigo Patrick, which reminds me, actually, for some weird reason, one of the reasons that the movie, the latest movie, Color Out of Space, looks so weird is because they use magenta as the other out-of-worldly color. And even though we have the color magenta, and we know what color magenta is, there is actually no such color as magenta. Take a look up that, Google it up and read up on it. It's a color, but it's not actually a color. It's really bizarre. So when they use the Color Out of Space, they wanted to use something that we recognize as a color, but it's not a color. So thumbs up. Anyway, though, if you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Extremely so. But if you did not wish to contribute to one of those and you wanted to help me out, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be very, very cool. And if you want to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well, and that would be awesome too. Now, if you know, do not feel obligated. And as I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I have to laugh at myself whenever I stumble. Or you do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up, and of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I need to put this part at the beginning of the video because apparently it actually works when you pump the "hey, will you please subscribe" into the front of the video instead of the end. Huh. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, yeah, I've got this video here. I've got another video that I need to not record, but I need to edit, render, and then upload. So thumbs up for that. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very, very good thing. So please, practice your social distancing, practice self-care, wear a mask, and Black Lives Matter, and justice for everyone that the jack-booted, brown-shirted thugs keep killing. Take care.